Now from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, MLB The Show is on the air. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Chicago Cubs and the Seattle Mariners. Interleague Baseball comes your way next. Mike Leake is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Mike Leake, former first-round draft pick out of Arizona State University, sinker ball pitcher. He needs to live down in the zone. Mike Leake is real easy to watch early on. If you think he's going to throw well, he's going to induce a lot of ground balls. 3-pitch guy, fastball, sinking action, curveball, and a straight changeup. But he lives and dies with a 2-seam sinker. He needs to get ground balls. If the ball's hit in the air, it's usually not a good sign for Mike Leake.
Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Row? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. They'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
This is on the ground over to first. Great stop by Encarnacion. So 1 away after the phenomenal defensive effort.
A really nice play by the first baseman right there. 2 parts of this play. Does a great job of knocking it down with a dive, and then a good feed and a flip to the pitcher, just like you work on it in spring training, PFP, pitcher's fielding practice.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Past battles with Mike Leake. He checks in with a headline-grabbing .409 batting average. First delivery to him on the way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 44.
So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Laid off, but a cold strike as that caught the outside. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Santana is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, you know, the key for this ball club has been Jason Hayward. He's slugging over .550 on the season. A lot of home runs, a lot of doubles. That's elite power. That's elite slugger territory. Not a lot of guys in the game get to that territory, even some of the really good ones.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. The 1-0 is taken high above the zone.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. The 2-1 home. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Cubs strand 1. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. John Lester will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners' starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. Coming into the game, he's among the leaders in the AL in stolen bases. Sure, that tells you he has a lot of speed. What it also tells you is he does a great job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard in this one.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Hit back up the middle, taken in by Zobrist. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Mariners are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Into the box, Kyle Schwarber past battles with Mike Lee. He's gone 3 for 8. He's taken him deep once. Here's the first pitch to him. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. League is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind an account, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And guys, we'd be remiss if we didn't focus on the Gold Glover at second base, D. Gordon. He can beat you in so many ways on the base pass. But let's not kid ourselves. Athleticism allows him to make some pretty special plays on the defensive side of the ball.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. That one's in there on the black, 2-1.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one. He'll check in with an average still south of 230, 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. A ball and a strike. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. And at least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Daniel.
The next Cub up, Daniel Descalso. Past battles with Mike Leake. He's got 2 hits in 16 tries. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And that misses 1-1. The 1-1 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Hard hit ball to second. Gordon is up with it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Edwin Encarnacion now comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
The first baseman, Edwin Encarnacion.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Into center field, line drive base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy.
He's going.
On the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
The good news for pitchers in this part is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
Stepping in, Domingo Santana, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch on its way. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
And there's a line drive base hit to left field. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Tim Beckham is at the plate as he looks at ball one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Has a look. Now the pitch. And another foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Roll. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
In now, Omar Narvaez, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber has a read on it. 1 out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. So far this year against Southpaws, number 25 is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations. Yeah, you take a look at that 2-seamer right there, sinker. It had nasty downward plane on that ball. That thing must have gone down at least 6 inches.
Back up the middle. Zobrist has it, and that's the second out.
Now batting.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next is Speedy D. Gordon. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1. Well, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Mariners lead it 2-0. Digging in, Albert Almora, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Cutter low, 1-1. Line towards center field. Smith has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. So with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League West as you find where the Mariners find themselves entering play today. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Zobrist. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the third. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
3-0 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
That one's in there. 3-1. Bryant, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a check swing here, and no swing, says the home plate umpire. Not even an appeal. It's ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
So stepping in, Javier Baez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. He's set, and the pitch. Belted high and deep into right center. Looking up is Smith. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run shot to right center field. Number 11 for him on the season. And it gives the Cubbies a 3-2 lead.
Well, he hit a homer last night, too, so it's obvious that he's in a groove right now. My advice to this staff, don't give him anything he can extend his arms on. You do, and he's going to make you pay for it just like he did.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the 1-0. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. Beckham comes up with it, and the throw is right there at first. Oh, a fine off-balance play up the middle. And they have saved 2 runs, and the inning is over. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. We played 2.5, and Chicago's taken a 3-2 lead.
Welcome back as Seattle prepares for their 3rd turn through the order, and fans of the Mariners have really been treated to a lot of production from this lineup so far. They've consistently put together strong performance after strong performance, resulting in them being near the top of the league in total hits. One player told me they have a lot of confidence in their ability to not only rack up numbers in the hits column, but also the runs column. He also said they're never satisfied and they know they have to keep improving if they want to get where they want to go.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Way to go, Mariners.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Line to the right side. But foul. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
The 1-2. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And that one is gone. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And the Mariners have come back to tie it at 3.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Standing in now, Mitch Haniger, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Haniger could be scheduled for an appearance at the All-Star game this year. So far, he's received the second most votes among right fielders in his league.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in second place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
So with one away, time for a check at the standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today. Now at the plate, Edwin Encarnacion. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Slow roller left side. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to first will take care of Encarnacion for the second out. Ready for another chance. Ryan Healy. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Ball two.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. 3-1.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mariners strike back to tie things on the solo home run. We're through 3 here in the Great Pacific Northwest. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Here's Jason Hayward now as we begin the top of the 4th.
The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The cutter runs outside. Ball 1. Popped him up. Beckham is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1. So 1-1. Misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To third. Oh, just a brutal pop, and it goes right by him.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in his zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Into the box, Daniel Descalso, and this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. Comes set with the 0-1. A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Santana is there, and he has it for the out.
The center fielder.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
You know, D-Roll, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. The set and the 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here. As a pitcher, you have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Santana on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Through 3.5, we're all even at 3 apiece. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Fastball in there for a called strike. Hard hit toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home 4th. And you can see the M's leaderboard in that category right there as he currently finds himself 3rd best on the squad. So digging in now, Tim Beckham looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. 1-0 the count. In there, and it's even at 1. One and 2 the count to the Mariners shortstop.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Tim Beckham is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. Digging in now, Omar Narvaez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Left side, but well foul. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Santana stands at first with 1 out. Fouled off. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2 D-Roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. High and deep to right center. On the move is Hayward. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Striding in, D. Gordon. He was a ground out victim last time up. Lester sets. First pitch on the way. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Behind 0-2 now. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
2-2. Here it is. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Mariners leave a couple. 4 innings in the books, tied 3-3. Ready once again, Chris Bryant. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
The 1-0 home. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony.
Stepping into the box, Anthony Rizzo. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. The next 0-2 is taken for ball 1.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter,
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, the versatile weapon Javier Baez. Here's the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, but the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Halfway home, tied at 3. At the plate, Malik Smith as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Swing and a liner. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And you can see the team leaders right there. Currently ranked 4th on the Mariners in that department. Into the box now, Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Smith leads off second with nobody out. And there's ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
And it's fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
This is where a strikeout pitcher has such a big advantage. Runner on second and no outs is definitely a strikeout situation in order to keep that runner from getting to third with less than 2 outs. When you can do it, it changes the whole strategy of the inning. Even a ground ball to the right side makes this a lot more dangerous situation.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And that last pitch was number 74 for Lester in this one. And he fouls this one off. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Slow little roller to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And striding forward, the designated hitter, Ryan Healy. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. 2 down. Now batting, Domingo Santana, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Into the corner and slicing foul. He's set. The 0-1 lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave a couple. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3.